This episode was brought to you by Stradlers Co.
The podcast, we're trying to do like a little segments and like actually adding like pretty good drummers like yourself.
Thank you, man.
It's an honor having you here though.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, it's 4 years ongoing, a year.
That's
actually
good.
going pretty strong.
Man, consistency is the one that kills everyone, you know, or just at least shoots you like way up there.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to be consistent.
It is, man. It is.
Because you don't even know what to you don't even know what to do at times, you know. It's just trying to get the content out there. The content is hard for me, coming up with ideas, trying to see what we can do different.
Yeah.
Not trying to copy anybody else. That's what's kind of hard for me. But no, it's getting there. And then some of the guys in Baqueteros, they help me out, with the ideas and stuff. So it's cool just having that.
So
little support.
you've always lived here?
No. I grew up in Texas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Because I was about to say, like, they're from Texas, right?
Yeah. I lived in Texas, and I have about 2 years living in Colorado.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
You've always lived there in Colorado?
Yeah, I always have. I was born in California.
Mm-hmm.
But, when I was like 3-4 years old, we moved out here and been here ever since.
Why drumming? You liked it?
Yeah, I don't know. Since I was 3, I remember Los Tucanes had just came out with like Mis Tres Animales, La Chona. And I don't know. I would just hear it and I would straight up grab like sticks from branches and just flip like those paint buckets upside down and start jamming on that. Pans, just anything I could get my hands on, but never like an actual set because they were pretty pricey at the time.
Yeah.
Well, they still are.
They still are.
Yeah, but as a kid, it's a little bit harder, to get your hands on one.
You have a pretty nice set too.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I love beautiful color, man. Beautiful color.
Man, I've had some really good sets.
Yeah, like some really good snares too.
Yeah, like this set, I like this set, but I for sure had sets before that I've liked way more.
Man, I want to ask you about something because this always fascinates me, and this is how I actually started to follow you on your account. How the fuck do you record? Because I know you can record, right?
Yeah.
Playing and you can record yourself, but I've seen you record like with one hand and then play with the other hand. Like how do you even do that? Is it just like practice? Like do you actually practice that? Because that shit's hard.
No, it's not something I practice, but I probably I've got to do it enough times where you're like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, you got the feel for it.
Yeah.
Because you actually do it really good. Like you play good while you're recording.
Thanks.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, how you do this?
Yeah, like I try to do little clips, but I don't know. It really has to do, I think, with the beat. Mm-hmm. As long as you have the beat really solid, like you'll sound pretty good,
No, you have a good beat.
Thank you, man.
Well, you know how I texted you the other day at Bandcade?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were practicing, but Brandon, we were going with that practice, and then I was like, bro, I think this is one of the Baqueteros. I was like, that's for sure Oscar. Like I can hear his style because you have a very unique style.
Thank you.
You're one of the few guys that actually has their style. I was like, that's Oscar. And I texted you, I was like, bro, are you here? And you're like, yeah, that's
that
me.
was me. Yeah, it's pretty crazy because también saliendo that day, like the guy in charge there, he's like, who's the drummer? I'm like, me, walking out with my sticks. He's like, solid, man, really good. I'm like, oh, appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he knows nothing about the music, but at least our genre. But it was pretty cool.
You always played that same genre?
No, man, I started off Duranguense.
Duranguense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
That's how I started off, man. And I just transitioned to this. Just transition. It's actually been like 10 years, actually.
In the corrido?
10 years that I switched from Duranguense, and I've been playing corridos, or this style at least, ever since.
What do you identify this style? Like
this style could be norteño, pretty much norteño, as in the drumming style, but we do use a tuba, so norteño banda, I guess.
Norteño banda.
But for the drummer, it's pretty much the same, I feel. Just different from norteño sax,
And 10 years with Reforzado, or?
No. Well, let me think. It's because... So I got out of Duranguense and I joined a group here. It's been this is my third group, Reforzado, ever since I got out of Duranguense.
That's sick.
And with Duranguense, it was 1, 2, 3. It was 4 groups total.
That you've been playing for
No, total that I've been playing for, I believe this is my 7th group, if I'm
Oh,
not
shit.
mistaken. Yeah.
Well, shit. Tell me a little about yourself, bro. Because honestly, this is my first time meeting you, and it's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
I want to
Man.
know your
For
story.
sure, man. I started drumming when I was 12. Up north by Greeley. Y en el grupo ese de mi primo eran los Atrevidos de Morelos, was what the group was called. So I joined them like for I think a year, 2 years. And then I joined a group called Auténticos Musical, Duranguense as well. Then from then they split up, like kind of everyone went their own way. And then from there I joined Terre Musical. These are all groups from Denver. Then from them I went to Novillos Musical. And then from Novillos I went to Conjunto Atardecer.
Atardecer? You play with Atardecer? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. That's badass.
So Atardecer was like the last Duranguense group I was in. And then from there is when I transitioned like back here to Norteño.
Is there a specific reason why you transitioned, or you were just kind of like the scene was kind of over with Duranguense?
Yeah, pretty much like yeah, I want to say like the genre itself was like wearing out. And me myself as a drummer, I felt like I was wearing myself out because I felt like I didn't learn anything new, you know? I don't know. I felt like the last year there I was going a little insane myself, you know, just I couldn't progress. And when I can't progress on the drums, I feel stuck and uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're just like.
So I'm like, oh, I gotta make a change, you know, for me. So that's when I came out here back to Denver, and then joined the Norteño groups.
Where were you living at the time when you were doing these Duranguenses groups?
So we used to radicamos in El Paso, Texas, most of the time. And I would say like El Paso and Chicago, kind of, but mainly El Paso.
It's a pretty big scene over there in Chicago, right? Duranguense.
Yeah, it
Or
still
it
is,
was, yeah.
to be honest. Yeah. At the time, I could say it was way more, you know, but yeah, for sure, Chicago has been a good Duranguense plus. I think that's where it all started.
And then for the first corrido group, who was that?
His name's Saúl. Saúl is su origen jerezano. He used to sing with Banda La Revuelta, and then he made his own group.
It's also a Denver group, right?
Yeah,
La
for
Revuelta?
sure. Yeah, the only non-Denver group I was in was literally Conjunto Atardecer. And then from him, I went to Doble Impresión. They're from here too.
They're pretty good too.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're solid.
And then from them, I came to Equipo.
And how far you been? How long you been with the Reforzado?
Reforzado, I joined like December 2019. So it's
Like
gonna
6 years.
like 5.5 right now. Yeah, I'm going to 6.
Y'all been. Have you ever collabed with pretty good groups? I think. Have you ever done anything with who is it? Cabros?
Yeah, we've done collabs with Cabros, Vanguardia. We did a collab with La
That's sick.
Senda that got taken down, but we
Oh
did a
shit!
collab
You gotta
with
tell me
La
about
Senda
that, bro.
Norteña.
What the fuck happened?
So we're signed to Adicción Music, you know. There's some conflict between La Senda and their end. And the song got taken down. I don't think it was anything personal against us, you know,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't take it personally either. It's just like,
And what kind of song was it though? Was it a corrido?
yeah, it's called BAS. De hecho, I think it's back on Spotify. Not through any of our parts. I think someone like leaked the song some way, somehow.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's back up there.
Damn. So they just took it down and like, nah, hell no, you ain't gonna play this music.
Yay, bro. But I mean, we took out our own version because it's originally our song. So
Oh,
we
it was
have
originally your song.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we
shit.
have our version just like our group.
Who wrote it? Did you write it?
No, our singer Lucio wrote that.
You write any songs?
Yeah, I've written 2. Una se llama Manifiesta y la otra 180 gramos.
180 gramos.
Yeah,
And that shit sounds fucking.
they're pretty cool. Check them out. Yeah, they're on Spotify, Apple Music, all that.
And have you ever thought about like after drumming, what you wanted to do after drumming?
After drumming, yeah, for sure, something in music, man. Something in music because I feel like I have a pretty good ear, pretty good, ¿cómo te diré? Like a pretty good form to get you, like maybe not to the top, but it'll push you, it'll get you out there. I feel like I have the way to get pretty much a lot of groups there, you know.
That's pretty
If of course, if the group practices, if they're really about it, if they really like it, it has a lot to do with them as well. But Yeah, for sure. Managing, you know.
Have you ever managed a group, or do you manage a group right now?
No. Well, I feel like I manage our group.
Mm-hmm.
Not 100%, of course, but a lot of the decisions or whatever needs to be done, price wise, anything like that. Yeah, it's
Kind of put your input in it.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, you manage yourself pretty well. Like you carry your image really good.
Ah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you learn. Music's just like any other business, I would say, you know. And you want your business to be the best. You want it to be quality, to look good, to sound good.
Would you ever? How would I say this? Would you ever like give lessons to a drummer,
Yeah, for sure. I've
or
been
have
asked.
you given lessons?
I haven't given lessons yet, but I've been asked quite a few times. But yeah, I think actually Band Cave would be a perfect place. You know,
Yeah.
rent
Getting
out the
them.
room there, take them there. But yeah, hopefully soon we'll get that set up better.
What's your reason of picking? How do I say this? Like your style. What made you want to pick your style? Because, like I said, you have a really unique style, and just the way that you do the corridos.
Yeah.
I don't know how you make it sound like that, bro. But it just sounds badass. And you, like I said, you can tell it's you. You just learn it over time, or have you ever used like the Duranguense part of it into your drumming that you're doing right now?
Probably not like specific parts, but for sure like maybe the speed or certain things out of it. And I think the reason I sound the way I sound is it has a lot to do that I'm picky, bro. I'm picky and I like to sound good, you know what I mean? And I think I got to a point in drumming where I didn't know, like, damn, I feel like I peaked here, you know, like I can't learn anymore. I feel like I know it all. And then you get older and you're like, holy shit, there's like so much other things to learn, like timing, you know? You might be like, you go through a certain phase and you want to be good and do a lot of things, and that's cool. But then, like, if you want to keep growing, you have to go back to basics pretty much, you know?
Yeah.
Rudiments, just like practice with the tempo is really important.
And are you self-learned? Like you learned by yourself, or did you go to school?
No, I learned by myself.
Oh, those are usually the best ones, bro.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had gone to school, you know, but I didn't.
I mean, in school, because I was in school for it.
Yeah.
I actually went to, no, not drumming school, but I was in music class and stuff, and they teach you like a lot of rudiments, and
Okay, yeah.
it can make a difference, but at the same time, you can only learn so much there too, and then everything else you kind of have to learn, your way out as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'd be cool to go to school for it. And then there's people. So like I went to this music store the other day, and I guess everybody that works there has like a master's degree like in music and stuff, or in percussion. I don't know what you would call it, right?
Yeah.
And it's cool to see, because I guess they know about like a lot of shit.
Yeah,
And
it's cool when they put it to practice and they could do like really crazy stuff. Porque yo tenía un compañero, Alonso Leiva, he used to play for Horóscopos, the sax. But he grabs the sticks, bro, and he just starts doing these badass rudiments because he was in like marching, you know?
yeah, exactly.
And it's like crap. Like that's certain things I wish I could have picked up, you know? Because I mean they are pretty cool and they are useful. And I have learned a few rudiments that I implement right now. But yeah, it's probably maybe 3, 4.
Yeah, some badass paradiddles.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's that practice.
Yep.
It's that practice.
Would you ever switch genre? What you're in right now?
Yeah, I mean, if it calls for it, yeah. But as what I see right now, the genre is pretty strong, you know?
It is.
We have a lot of work and we're pretty good right now, you know?
Well, it's just not the genre, like just the music that you select and like the style that you have, or Reforzado in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has some really good music. So
Thank you, man. You gotta te digo, you gotta hit the older crowd and you gotta hit the younger crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends like who's there at the moment.
Yeah.
If it's the older crowd, play the older crowd's things, you know? If it's the younger crowd.
Do you have a favorite place that you've played at with Reforzado in specific?
Reforzado, let me think. Yeah, bro, there's been a bunch of places, to be honest. We used to do these warehouse parties probably like 2 years ago.
Oh shit! What is
Yeah.
that? It's just like a big ass warehouse and
Yeah,
stuff.
warehouse. So you get a warehouse, and it's basically BYOB, and it's all ages. And a lot of our fans are young. It's a younger crowd, so they have trouble going to everywhere else we play because they ID everyone. It's 21 and over.
Oh, they still ID and shit. It's not
Yeah,
like really
yeah.
like a private thing.
Oh no, for the warehouse parties we don't ID. But
Oh.
I'm giving the example that they go to the warehouse parties because they can't come out like to the public
Oh
places.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, those would get really packed up to 1,000 people, and it's basically like we're the main group. So I mean, that feels pretty good because I've played in crowds, man, up to 60,000 people
It's fucking
with Atardecer in Dallas. And it's cool too. But I don't know, it's cool when you're doing it literally from like the bottom up.
And let me see. So y'all are more of the corrido, right?
Yeah.
And y'all use a lot of what'd you call it? Is it corrido tumbados like what Peso Pluma and all them are doing? Because y'all use a lot of like those type of songs, right? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
or Tito WP.
Yeah, I guess they that's what they fall under. But I mean, I just call them corridos.
It's pretty much the basic thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's like the same thing.
Because a lot of people, I guess they name it different.
Yeah, there's
specific
corridos
things
tumbados,
and make it complicated as fuck.
Progresivos. There's a bunch, man.
Oh, progressivo. Oh, yeah. That was back in the day, huh?
Yeah, Gerardo Ortiz.
That shit's badass. And warehouse parties, no time. You just fucking party as long as you want, or
No, yeah, for sure, man. It usually comes down to like someone acting up and then like everyone scramming out. But if not, if everything goes as planned, like 12:31 max.
any crazy ass stories from a warehouse party that you've been to?
I mean, I guess shootings outside, bro. But
Oh shit.
yeah, but
That's
us
pretty bad.
personally, like, nah.
Oh, shit. People just they just started fucking getting out their guns and shit.
Yeah, bro. It's because te digo, they're the younger age, They're los
Oh, se les
morros.
mete el chamuco.
Yeah, bro. They don't know how to act with some alcohol on them.
Oh fuck
Go
no.
crazy.
Not just alcohol, bro.
Yeah, la neta.
Whatever.
Yeah, they go crazy, bro. But shit, it's part of it,
Mm-hmm.
Security usually takes care of it. We end up dipping after.
I just gotta go through the back roads, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel like the Denver scene here with music is? What do you see more of it? Because you mentioned you're signed with the Adicción, and Adicción I feel like is a pretty big label here in
Yeah.
Denver, and they control a lot of the music scene out here, especially with like all their events and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you see here in Denver is most likely like what is a Denver scene music wise?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, with them, with Adicción Music, it's three groups. It's Boys, us, and Próximo Nivel. So I think it's really good. We're positioned really good because they do control a lot of the events that go on here, so like the Wetos and stuff like that, it's usually like passed through them. So I mean, it's like, como te diré? It's like an advantage for sure.
How does that shit work? Like whenever you have to like, let's say you want to do a collab or you want to go to certain places and stuff like that, and you have to pass it through them.
Yeah.
Or I'm not sure, like you have to tell them everything, right? But how does that like? What do they say? Like, oh, you can't, or
That's
just not right now.
Yeah, no, the thing that I like about being with them, man, is that they trust 100% like our word and our decision. At the end of the day, like I feel like that's really important porque labels sometimes will shut you down and it's like because they think they're right. But in reality, it's like the musicians making the music, they're hinting out the ideas. So like maybe listen to them, Y acá con ellos, like we pretty much get our say in everything. Not in a bad way, because I mean we come up with this is why, this and this, and
Yeah, they trust you.
yeah, they trust us, and it's really good and it's really cool working with them.
Who's the owner of Adicción? Is it like part of like some of the other groups or?
No, so the owners of Adicción Music, it's two brothers, Frankie and Abel.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
they're not musicians. They only like they're the managers, and they do the Adicción events.
Oh, so they didn't come up like in music and stuff. Like they don't.
Well, like they did come up in music, but not musician wise.
Oh, that's
Like more on the
like management side.
exactly, yeah,
That's
because
cool.
their parents would manage like not manage groups. Sorry, they would make events. You know.
Oh, that's cool. And then they're just like, oh, we're gonna do events too.
Yeah, it's kind of took over. You
I
know.
thought Adicción was like a last name or something because it sounds like it's a badass name. I don't know. Do you know how they came up with Adicción?
Yeah, so back in the day, they had a club called Club Adicción.
Mm.
Back in the day, I'm talking about probably 10 to 15 years ago in Aurora.
Mm.
So I think they liked the name, and I think that's where it came up.
And they just kept it. They just ran with it.
Adicción music.
That's dope, man. Well, what do you do besides music? Anything like, or what are your interests besides actually playing drums?
Besides music, man, nothing really. You know, it's this occupies a lot of the time. Yeah, that you, especially when you get to practice, when you get to really want to like get to that
level,
that next level. Because everyone, even me, I used to be like, back in the day, I used to think like, why could this person do certain things and I can't?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was like maybe naturally gifted. It's not, man. It's like
it's actually
they put in work, practice, yeah, for sure.
Well, I feel like the naturally gifted part is probably just like the wanting of to play drums, right?
Exactly, man. It's that desire of wanting, of not getting bored of it. Because a lot of people will do something and they'll get bored of it. Maybe it's not really their passion. They might think it is, but it's not. And I feel like once you really know it's your passion, like you'll run off with it and probably never get bored of it ever again, you know?
I play in the choir at church on Sundays, and we were actually practicing yesterday.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys was saying like, "Oh, I've been wanting to have my daughter come sing with the choir," and I guess she was down, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I'll go do it." But then he was like, "But I started telling her like all the things she needed to do, like practice, put time, come to practice." She was like, "Nah." And then the choir director was like, "Yeah, it's just a thing that you just can't force people onto people, right? Like, I get and." They have to, like you said, they have to have the desire to actually want to play music. But not only that, but, it's not just the want. It's just actually having to practice and, wanting to get better and
and
learning new shit in general. You can't stop ever learning.
Yeah, just really liking it because I feel like a lot of people, they go like, it's not really a passion. And when it's not really a passion, you're going to easily fall into things like you feel like you're on a timeline.
Mm.
And then certain time goes by and then it's not exactly how they thought it would be. And they want to give up like that,
Oh, yeah, they want to quit.
And they go, when you have passion for it, like you'll make way. You'll make way wherever you go. If you really like it, something's going to follow, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What do you think is the most important thing while playing drums? Like, but I guess what I mean by that is like, is there a specific thing of playing drums that you think is more important than anything else?
Yeah, like as a drummer, like something really important, man, is just to pay attention. Just be paying attention to the music. Because every time I screw up,
I don't believe that, bro. You don't fuck up.
Man,
Yeah.
not maybe people won't notice, but I'll notice, But when I was smaller, I'm like, why would I fuck up? Why would I drop my stick? Like, I didn't know the answers to these questions, bro, until I got older. And it was just my mind, bro. Like, if my mind wasn't on what's coming up next on the song, if it was on anything else, bro, like, boom.
You get distracted.
You get distracted, man. And that's really important that you learned that over the years that it's like professional, just to, of course, you want to be looking there. You want to be, you know what I mean? Looking all over, thinking this, thinking that. But at the end of the day, you're like clocked in, you're working. So do it the best you can,
Yeah. And a lot of drummers, I don't know about a lot of drummers, but me, myself, I would, I still ask myself these questions because in reality, I don't really practice as much just because I'm, busy with other stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just, you eat agüitas, you're like, oh, fuck. And then you see other people drumming and you're like, bro, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
And then, but again, it's just, just trying to pay attention. Yeah, because I've been at gigs playing and then I see fucking, mostly at privadas because, at the little 1 hour club things, you don't really pay attention to shit. But at privadas, personally, I just, get distracted and then, I have a bad habit. I have a bad habit of when I'm playing with the group. It doesn't even matter if I've been playing with the group for a while.
Yeah.
Where like I don't remember how the song starts. I just don't. So I'm asking like, hey, ¿cómo empieza? And I just can't remember how the fucking song starts. Like even if I played it 1,000 times.
No,
that shit ever happened to you?
That happens to me for sure. Especially with the songs that we just learned. Even though we've been playing them maybe 2 weeks, like because it's so many songs that you play throughout the weekend, or whatever. It's like, damn, how does that one start? And then they do the little intro or whatever, and it's like, boom, okay, I got it.
Like the fucking first two notes and shit.
Yeah, but it's like sometimes you just go blank and
Yeah.
like, how does that start again?
And then a lot of these songs start the same too.
Yeah.
Because I play mostly norteño sax. I never played corridos. I've been wanting to play corridos. I don't know. I don't really think I had the style for it. I could do the little, what would you call that shit? I don't know what you would call it, but
yeah, I think it's called el ritmo el 6x8.
6x8? Yeah. That's bad. That's how you do it. But I can do like all the basic stuff. But yeah, I mostly learn norteño sax, and it's a different style from everything, and you can learn a little bit of everything too.
Yeah, I remember the first week I got out of Duranguense because I didn't even I was out of Atardecer on a Sunday, and I was working here already on a Thursday or Friday. But I mean, Duranguense, man, it's just like a little part, and then you stop, And then here, bro, I wasn't used to it. Like the whole song, just constantly. And like the first day, man, I couldn't get up the next morning because my foot was just super sore. Super sore of just
doing
the whole song, yeah. Or boom. It's either 1-2 or 1-1, And I was like, damn, am I gonna be able to do this?
Did you know how to play corridos before Duranguense?
No. I mean, no.
No.
I mean, I could. I would just basically play like el tempo, pero lo que era que supiera yo, no. It took a minute. It took a fat minute, de hecho. Yeah,
It took forever.
Yeah, switching genres for sure is
It's tough, I bet.
It's hard, especially like me that I only had Duranguense under my belt. Like if you start playing different genres for sure, like you'll get to know them. Right now I could probably play Duranguense still pretty good, but it's because I played it so many years.
So since you played Duranguense, I have a question.
Yeah.
How does that snare sound that way? Like, I don't know if it's a weird question or not, but
Oh no.
how do you make it? How do you tune it the way the Duranguense sounds like that? Because it has a unique style too.
Yeah, man.
So
you
it's
just
like
crank the heck
you
out of
crank
it.
the fuck out of it.
Yeah, machine. Crank the heck out of it.
And and then it just sounds like that fucking high ass pitch as.
Yeah, usually. I mean, we would usually use the clear heads, double ply, the Remo,
Yeah.
because I mean, there's so much tension on that you want like a double ply.
No, you pop it like right off, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would. That's why I never used one ply heads. I've never used them for anything except the bottom of my toms and the bottom of my snare. That's it.
Because do you think it really matters? What kind of heads you use? I mean,
On the bottom?
On the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they si te das cuenta, like the bottom head siempre is like super thin, super thin. Y de hecho, I feel like I get like my tuning from the bottom head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I crank the bottom head not super tight, but pretty tight, At least tighter than the top head. And then when I go onto the top head, like I could get any pitch I want with the drum sounding good.
Do you do the traditional tuning like the star and shit, or do you go around or
sometimes I go around, sometimes I do the star.
whatever the fuck it?
Yeah, I just try to feel that the tension, especially on the toms. On the snare, yeah, because I don't want to. It's a little bit tighter,
Yeah.
But on the toms, no. As long as each rod is pretty much tightened to the same tension, and as long as each one sounds pretty much in pitch, it's cool.
What's the best snare you've used?
The best snare I've used, man, would have to be a 6x14. It was a DW double edge. I had that snare probably like 15. No, let me think. Yeah, like 13, 12 years ago. Porque todavía la usé con Conjunto Atardecer. So it's a DW, bro. The middle is wood, but the top is metal, and so is the bottom.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so there's like a...
What's it called?
DW Edge snare.
Put that shit up, Brandon. I want to see this.
Bro, me acuerdo que en ese tiempo that stupid snare cost me like 1,100, bro. And I'm talking about that many years ago. Heaviest snare I ever picked up, bro.
Shit never just it never goes in value, huh? Like I've noticed that,
No, they're probably more expensive now.
which is crazy because like you buy all this shit, and I have a friend down there in El Paso.
Yeah.
He's an old guy too. He plays like country music, but he's like 60, 70 years old. I'm not even too sure. Was it that one?
It is that one, yeah. Except mine was like
Damn, that shit went up to 1600,
Look
bro.
at that shit, yeah.
Oh my god.
Mine was instead of like the wood finish, it was wood, but it was like a green wood.
What the fuck? Would you ever get one again? Or do you have one still?
Nah, I don't have one. I don't know if I would, man. It's a heavy snare, bro. It's
Yeah?
super heavy.
What the fuck? That shit just not doubled up, but they went like about $500 more than from what you bought it.
Yeah, bro.
I never.
And I felt like they were expensive back then, you know? But yeah, it's a
You're like-
pricey snare. Have you heard of the Tama bell brass snare?
Nah, look that up, Brendan.
Bro, that's insane.
What is that?
That's the snare que usa el baterista de Slipknot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and if you listen to that snare, it's a crazy sound. De hecho, me recuerda el duranguense because he cranks it up también machine.
What's it called again?
It's called the Tama bell brass.
Oh, Tama. So TAMA, Brendan.
Yeah.
So,
Put Tama bell brass.
I've never heard of that snare.
Bro, it's stupid crazy.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, for a snare.
4 fucking K. That's a whole kit.
Yeah, but listen, when you have a chance, bro, listen to that drummer. It's crazy.
From Slipknot.
Yeah.
He's the one that specifically uses that one.
Yeah, I don't know of anyone else that
Have
does.
you tried it?
I have never tried it. I just looked up the price a few months ago because I was like, what snare is that? I'm like, oh, I've heard of the snare, but I've never thought it would cost that much.
What's it made out of? Does it tell you right there, Brandon, what it's made out of? Yeah, more details maybe. Hey, don't allow that shit to give you any. No, don't get hacked, Brandon. Don't get hacked.
You know, it's crazy because the material on the outside looks like a.
What does it look like?
I used to have a pork pie snare. I don't remember what it was called exactly, but también it had like the same, like rustic finish on the outside.
What is that shit made out of, bro? For 4 fucking K, like
That's
that has
nuts,
to be.
right.
That's fucking crazy.
Like I'll spend that on a kit. Bro,
Yeah,
but
maybe, but on a snare,
That's
that's
insane.
right. Because you can make. Oh, you think the snare really? Well, obviously the snare fucking matters, right? But do you think you can make a $800 and $700 snare sound like a $4,000 snare?
I mean, you can
You could try, maybe, huh?
make it sound similar, but I really don't think you could get like the exact sound that this snare gives. It's just a crazy pop and it's super loud.
And I've never heard of, like I said, I never heard of that snare. I didn't even know Tama made that kind of fucking snare.
Yeah, bro, Tama has good stuff. Well, all the brands, I feel like they all have their
unique
high end.
shit.
Yeah, their high end of everything.
I thought for sure the high end was like Sonar.
Sonar's pretty
Have
pricey.
you ever
too.
tried that one?
I've never had one, but they look pretty interesting, to be honest.
I want to get a Sonar, bro. That shit sounds badass.
Yeah, they're nice and they're for sure more like you'll see a DW more than a Sonar.
Have you ever been to the Denver Percussion store here in Colorado?
The percussion store?
It's called Denver Percussion. Yeah,
I have not, man.
fucking crazy shit, bro. You
Where's
gotta
that?
go. It's over there. It's Bicentennial. I'm not sure which street it is. It's like the Bicentennial Airport. Yeah, that's right.
No, wait, no, I have not gone to that one, man.
If you have time after this,
Yeah.
stop by, bro. I don't know if they're still open, but
Is it new or how long has this store
well,
been?
that's what I was. So I was talking to the owner. His name is Pete, and it's the same. It's the people that I told you that have like the master's degree in music.
yeah.
I was talking to him. He's like, "Are you new?" He's like, "No, not necessarily. I guess like the place that they had or what they have right now was smaller.
Okay.
And then they just ended up buying like the places around them, and then they just started more shit.
Dude,
But
that's insane.
it's in a hidden ass fucking spot. But no, he has big ass rooms, just full of like. So he has a big ass room for just snares.
yeah.
Big ass room for just cymbals. Big ass room for just kits. Big ass rooms for like congs. Like anything percussion you can think of, he just has it. And
That's
then
crazy.
no, a big ass fucking store. Because what store do you go to here in Colorado?
I usually go to Rupp's Drums,
Yeah.
or to Lodo Drum Guy.
Oh, I never heard of that guy.
He's right there, right by the Rocky Stadium, man. He has like a 2-story apartment or like a studio just full of a bunch of kits, bro. A bunch of cymbals, stands, pedals, snares.
Everything.
But for a really good price. Really good price.
I've been to Rupp's. I like Rupp's a lot.
Rupp's is cool, but maybe you won't find anything brand new with a Lodo. Like it's used, but
You can
no
find
one's
some
gonna
good
beat
shit.
his prices, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to fucking. Is that the guy, Lodo?
No, that's not him.
Yeah, you gotta go to. You gotta. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Denver
Denver
percussion. Oh, I thought you were talking about Lodo.
That's crazy, bro. And I've never even like seen this or heard of it online either. Which
Like
is crazy.
we could see some pictures right now if Brandon keeps showing us. But yeah, Denver percussion, man. They have. I'm telling you, fucking.
Are the
right-
prices pretty fair?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, bro.
Because Guitar Center sucks, man.
Bro, yeah, I don't care if they sue. Guitar Center sucks, bro. They have the word. They don't have anything, and like they're expensive as fuck.
They're expensive, man. That's the worst part. Is like
Yeah.
they're expensive. It's like, god damn.
And for shit, you can find, like at the, you know how I was telling you about the choir and shit.
Yeah.
We use chimes, and Guitar Center. I think it was like 150, and we got them at that Denver percussion. Oh no, we got them at Sweetwater.
Yeah.
But they were for like $60, $70, the same fucking chimes.
That's crazy.
And then I
It's
saw
like
them
half
at the
off.
Denver percussion place, and there was like, yeah, like $70, $80. So it's like, fairly around the same price of, what it should be. But nah, Guitar Center was like 150. I was like, maybe, and I even looked it up. I was like, maybe it's because like it's a different type of chime or different, they have like more chimes or something.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the same fucking shit.
The cool thing about Guitar Center is that they do price match if you tell them.
I've never tried that.
Yeah, try it whenever you like. The other day I tried to price match some heads, and then I go to look at the head online. And it's the same shit because I'm like, when did heads start going? Everything went up, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, I got this one at Denver percussion too. The little 24-inch. They're like, it was like $55, $60.
Nice. Do you know if they have the Starfire by any chance? Those heads that are reflective.
Man, I bet you they do.
Yeah.
Because I was asking him all sorts of shit. Like, do you have this? He's like, yeah. And he was like, I was like, do you have this? He's like, maybe not, but I can get it for you. I'm like,
Yeah.
because he has a different store in Dallas. It's called the same thing, Dallas Percussion.
No way. That's dope.
So he just told me like, and hopefully I want to get him on an episode. He wants to hop on and he wants to tell his story
Heck
because
yeah.
he was telling me a lot of good stuff, and I was like, hold on, bro, just wait for it. You wait for it.
Wait for the podcast,
Yeah, wait
man.
for the podcast, bro. People are gonna want to hear this.
That's
But
dope, man.
no, I bet you could find some shit.
That's dope, man. I like how you're growing everything though, and getting a bunch of people involved.
Man, I'm trying. I mean, I really do appreciate you coming, like, being in Baqueteros.
For sure, man. Trust me, and I want to push it as much as everyone else. Because shit, we could grow this to whatever we want.
Yeah, and I mean, it's cool to see because like I was telling you before, it started off as a little group chat.
Yeah.
And just drummers just like me, like around my age, like 17, 18, that, we're in a group, and, it didn't really go like I said, I left it for like 3 years. And then until last year around this time, we started up again. And it's honestly all, I give the thanks to everybody, to like you,
Yeah,
Gallo, everybody that's actually like performing on, pretty big stages, or not even big stages, but like, pretty well-known groups, or just badass drummers in general. Y'all are the ones that are actually, growing this. I'm not doing shit. I'm
Heck
just,
nah, man. It's all together. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes someone to organize, and it sounds easy to say organize this, but it takes a lot of work, man. Like
Yeah.
all this takes work.
like even this, like I think we had to reschedule like twice.
Yeah, man.
It's just because of our schedules and stuff. But thankfully we got it to go. But
Heck yeah.
I wanna make it as much as possible. But I think you'll help me grow. I think not only you but everybody else, and
For sure.
you've been very active, so I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. It is hard. It is a little bit hard to be active, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like it's what we do. You know what I mean? People that follow you, that you have on social media, is basically because we upload what we upload, which is me just basically drumming.
Yeah. And do you think do you get recognized a lot? I feel like you would.
Yeah, by musicians, yes. I mean, people, no, not really, but by musicians, yeah. We actually played at the showcase in Vegas,
Mm.
April last year, exactly a year ago. And yeah, man, I hadn't gone to one of those in probably like 8 years. And just people left and right, que el acordeonero de Azabache is like, hey, Mendiola, picture. Like, yeah, dope. Pero sí, te digo, son más músicos que gente, pues.
That's honestly a good ass feeling though, if you think about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, they recognize that te digo, it's work we put in.
Mm-hmm. One of the guys that suggested you on the podcast was actually Victor from Pericos del Arroyo, like the
Oh,
saxophone
okay.
player.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
like,
I
you
have
should,
him on Facebook.
and he's like, you should get him on. He's a badass drummer. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Like we're working on
Appreciate it, man.
something.
Yeah.
But it's just like, they're like even like, not even non-drummers like are recognizing you and are wanting you on to see your side because you're probably like a more reserved type of person, right?
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Yeah, I would like to say I'm more reserved.
So like a lot of people want to.
It's basically like I'm A to B, like it's I don't know. I'm pretty much just really focused in work. Like if we have to talk about work, we have to talk about work.
Yeah.
If it's like work and then anything else involved, like I'm usually not that interested. Not in a fucked up way, but
It's just not for you,
yeah, just kind of locked in, I guess.
Yeah.
You just start being this way after a minute. Because I used to be like really, como te diré, really social, really outgoing, like hang out with a bunch of friends, do a bunch of things, but it's like
it's not even worth your time at the end.
it's not worth your time, and it takes away from what you're really supposed to be doing, which is hard, man. You crossing that step is hard because I feel like a lot of people are gonna call you ignorant, or like self-centered or a bunch of things. But if you really don't get to be that way, at least with your work, you really won't get far.
No, and then your work won't get far either.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes two to tango.
Yeah, and I mean, if people understand that, cool. If they don't, cool. But the people that do understand do just realize that you're just doing what you love.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like the people that don't understand are like the people that kind of want more from somebody, or for like let's say in particular like you, they want to get more out of you, but it's just
yeah, or even just like maybe having your presence to be around to do certain things, but it's like I'd rather be at practice. I'd rather be playing, making money.
Yeah, something you love. I mean,
yeah,
and then wasting your time on unnecessary shit. Because that's happened to me too. You go and do something and then you're like, well, fuck, maybe I should have done this. This would have benefited me a little more.
And it's fun. It's fun at the moment, but you do get to that point where it's like, God damn, it's the same thing.
The same shit. I mean, I've I went to go watch my friend play because he's an accordion player. Yeah. Actually, we just had him on the podcast too because I'm trying to make like a non-drummer series too.
Oh, okay, nice.
So just have like musicians in general.
Yeah.
But I went to go see him, and then we go to the salon and everything. It's actually pretty packed. It was at Original.
Okay.
And then I'm just like watching them play, and they're done playing, and then I just get like I just get the feeling like, bro, like I'm kind of tired of this shit. Like, why didn't I just stay home? And then I get home. You get home like at 1 or 2, and you're like. Well, you do it because, well, I did it specifically to go watch them, right? Because
for sure.
Never watched their group play. I actually played with their group, but like I wanted to see as a fan, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So, I went to go see him, and it's just like, it's just not really worth it, like being out. Because I don't even like to go to the tocadas, even if it's like a badass group that I know or that I like. It's just like, I kind of want to stay home and watch a movie or something.
That's good. You got this at a young age, man.
Well,
because at the end of the day, the day te digo, it is pretty much like the same,
Mm-hmm.
And once you have your own thing going, like you're really excited about that too, instead of wanting to be like here, there,
exactly.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Like this is exciting for me. It's something new. It's something new for everybody.
Te digo, like me years ago, like if I was in the phase of like having a bunch of friends doing this and that, like first of all, I probably haven't even joined Vaqueteros, and I wouldn't have done the podcast, like straight up, porque at that time, like totally different mentality.
Yeah, you're probably like, nah, maybe I'll go I don't know what you would like to do, right? But yeah, just
I even told
totally.
my brother, I'm like, it's crazy. I'm like, growing up, like you got to take opportunities. You know, it's like there's not a bad opportunity. I'm like, but me 10 years ago, I was like, why? Why do I need to be in this? So you know what I mean? It's just like that young thinking, man. But thank God we grow up and we grow older.
Well, even the opportunities. Some people get mad at you for taking opportunities, you know, and they don't understand why you're doing the things. You might not even understand what you're
But I
doing.
think, I think those people are basically the people that don't take opportunities themselves and then just
Too scared.
Yeah, and they just talk about other people's opportunities, thinking that they know what's going to happen and this and that.
And it's it just you never know what's gonna happen whenever you don't. Because I'd hate to, because it's happened to everybody. You know, you probably lose something and then you're like, oh fuck, well maybe I should have done this or
Yeah,
pay a
for
little
sure.
more attention to that. What's So y'all play tonight. Y'all usually play a lot, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, bro, we play
That's a pretty like
Thursday through
usual
Sunday
thing?
for sure. Yeah.
that's pretty dope. Yeah, you're the only group that I've seen do that pretty frequently. You know.
Ya te digo, sí, gracias a Dios, sí, se nos vino el trabajo bien este año. Last year, to be honest, the whole year in general was slower. I could feel it slow. It was slow like during the summer for some reason.
That's weird because that's usually when it picks up, huh?
It was weird, yeah, last year. And then this year, where everyone says that it slowed down, it's like we picked up. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't question it much, though. I just thank God.
You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, work is here. Let's get it.
I saw some videos of you playing, or I think it was your group. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But y'all be playing at these places that I've never even like seen that you could go play at. It's like these little restaurants or
Yeah, bro. We've been
downtown. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool scene.
yeah, we've been a lot. We've been downtown a lot lately.
That's dope. What's a good place in downtown that you could actually go play?
See, the thing is that we're pretty much playing at places that really don't
Have like
that
live music,
don't
right?
that don't do events or that don't have other groups play there. You know, besides like us.
What's the idea behind that? Because it's a pretty cool thing to like actually go play where there's not, a usual thing.
I mean, I think that's up to like the owner of the places. You know, I think that they obviously they see like that. Where we go, usually we have a pretty good following, which business owners always want a good following because it's going to get their sales up.
Oh yeah, for sure. All that alcohol and shit.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we stand really strong on that, you know. That's why we have a lot of work out there, te digo. But it's not really places that te digo that do no son lugares de bailes, a lo que me refiero.
It's more. What would you call it? Like more like grills and like sports bars and stuff like that, or
Yeah, like por ejemplo, we play at Encanto. That's a Mexican restaurant. Ahí en el mero centro. It's like 2 streets from the Rocky Stadium.
Oh, that's a badass.
We play at Status, which is like a hip hop club. También. Sky Lounge, the one we're playing at today, is like they're all hip hop clubs. But
That's badass.
certain days, like today, Adicción Music se encarga con ellos, and they do. It's gonna be 2 of us today. Boys and us.
I might have to go see y'all. Shit.
Yeah, man, it gets pretty cool. And te digo, today should be cool because of the Raúl concert, you know?
Yeah, I want to go see. I want to go see y'all for sure. Shit, we'll probably go tonight.
Heck yeah, man.
What time do y'all start again?
We will start probably like 12:15, 12:30.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, kind of late, but
What time do y'all
not
end?
bad. We end like 1:30 latest.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And then it's only that gig for tonight, or y'all going
For
somewhere
tonight,
else?
yeah, that's the only gig.
Yeah, y'all practice a lot.
We try to practice once a week. Yeah, like today we're gonna practice. Pero yeah, I try to have them to practice. I'm the one kind of setting everything up, you know.
So you are kind of managing the group. That's pretty cool.
And in a way,
sense.
yeah. I shouldn't have to though. Te digo, man, you learn so much throughout the years where I thought I'm like, yeah, maybe me doing this, it is a good idea because I know exactly what the group's worth and like what I'll take, what I won't. But it's like I should have a guy for this, you know?
Yeah.
Like a specific road manager, which is what I had in Atardecer said. And even him, even if I didn't like him at the moment, like I understand his job now, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, this guy was just about the group. Like whatever the group wanted, this guy was about it, you know?
I feel like it's a little tough. I haven't managed a group myself, but I've actually, we've had concerts. We've made events in Texas
Yeah.
too, and it's difficult trying to juggle a lot of things together, right? It's like for instance, like today, like it'd be hard for me, like because I've seen other podcasts like where they have like the mixer right next to them, trying to mix it, trying to record at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I can't really fucking multitask, I guess you could say. So it's better to have people just focus on one thing, like either like for like example yourself, if they're gonna focus just on the events or like the music or whatever the case may be, it's less stressful for sure.
It's crazy, bro. Like I even got to the point where I play locally, I could say, we do go out once in a while. But I mean, we have our own staff, bro. Even though we're our local group, I just show up, bro, and I literally sit my ass on the seat.
You have a drum tech.
I have a drum tech, bro. Sick. And then
shout out to the drum tech.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We finish the set and same thing, like I get up and leave, which is
dope.
It's the best.
Man, that's probably the best feeling. Even if
Pero te digo, you do gotta position yourself and you gotta know really what you want, to put yourself in that position to be able to even have that,
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years?
In 5 years, bro, I want to be for sure making our own events. But yeah, just on a way bigger scale than the warehouse parties,
I mean, y'all done some pretty big things though. I mean, you could call yourself locally, but honestly, y'all are pretty well known too.
Yeah, locally in the
I guess playing, right, gig wise.
Yeah, I mean, we could go out, man, but I mean,
right now it's just not it.
Yeah, it's not worth it unless you're really, really up there in my eyes. You know what I mean? Because I've toured before. It's cool. It is cool, but it is like a hassle.
Well, it seems like you're for sure smart and you know what you're doing and you know the business of music.
Yeah, you gotta learn the business, man, or else you're just kind of gonna float around, expecting crap, but you can't really ask for it because you don't even know where you're positioned. You know what I mean? That's why you got to position yourself the highest possible. That's musically, business wise, like todo lo que es la música. Te digo, a lot of people think it's just playing. It is not.
Yeah.
It is not.
And there's a lot of people that are just floating around, you could say, musicianally,
And it sucks, bro. And I feel like a lot of the people are floating around. Te digo, just because it does take like a little bit of guts, to throw yourself out there. Te digo, and a lot of people are gonna start looking at you differently because maybe you're not as accessible as you were before. But it's all part of the game.
Why do you think there's people like that, like just not really caring or just probably there just to play? Do you think it's just because like they're just doing it for the money in a sense? For
the money, they don't want the criticism because it will get you criticism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get haters for sure.
When I jumped from doble to equipo, like I jumped to really want to get out there. You know what I mean? And I knew these dudes were the ones not to care about what anyone else has to say. You know what I mean? Which is not bad. It's not bad to listen to what people do have to say to you, but te digo,
they can trap you though.
They can trap you, especially, bro, in a live set. If you have like the older crowd just asking for the same old songs of always, bro, and like, cool, complacerlos, está bien, but complacer every single song, bro, your set's never gonna sound different ever, bro. And that's one of the things that like right away I came in here and is one of the things that I switched up right away. I could say it's just the set, we're gonna play this set because we're gonna like put it together, If people are asking for songs, cool, like we'll play them towards the end, we'll play a few of them. Like we're obviously tampoco like super dicks, we're not gonna play any song. No. There's a balance, bro. But te digo, like you do have to push out your project out forward, like whatever it is that you have.
The toughest crowds for sure are the older folks,
Yeah,
because they just want to. And if you don't And if you don't give them that song, si no complaces,
Yeah, bro. If you don't give him el centenario y el costal lleno de piedras,
oh, you're
it's
fucked.
over,
You're
bro.
the worst group that they've ever seen.
Yeah, ya se le subió.
What's the favorite song that you like to play?
Right now, me gusta tocar mucho las de Netón Vega.
Neton Vega?
Yeah.
Some badass songs.
I feel like just the way that they sing it, you can really chop it up machine with the drums, you know?
And
Because it's like they sing chopped up, and it's hard to explain, but it complements the drums really easy, at least in my head.
well, you can, like how you were saying before, you kind of just have to listen to the music and then, and then just kind of fill it in.
Yeah.
And I feel like you do that very well because maybe I'm being a little chorro right now, but
Nah, man.
but like
I appreciate
you
it.
could tell, like as a drummer, right? Specifically, maybe not if you're like just a musical listening to a song, but
Yeah.
as a drummer, I could tell that your fills and los redobles, whatever you do on the drums, it goes with the song, and then you get a little bit of the original song into the song that you're playing right now, and then you make it your own style.
Yeah.
I think that's what's very unique about you, that you know how to how to go along with the song very well.
Yeah, man. And like another thing is like always when you play confidently, bro, like neta, eso hace una diferencia, neta.
Even if you fuck up, huh?
Even if you fuck up, like just play it confidently. You never know when you're gonna fuck up. Just play confidently until you fuck up. Fuck it.
The worst feeling is probably losing a stick,
Yeah, man, that sucks.
and then you can't find the stick.
Yeah, I notice I lose sticks when something's a little off. When either that tom's too close to me, this tom's too close to me, that cymbal was too close to me. Because you're just so used to playing that you think it's the setup's the same every time.
You use your own setup every time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me think. Yeah, like I would say 90% of the time.
It's just more comfortable, right?
Yeah. And like te digo, these places that we play at, none of them actually do music, so they don't have drum sets.
Do you have to take your own sonido too for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To some we do, to some we rent el sonido, pero la batería, te digo, it's usually always us.
That's dope, bro. It's just playing at the clubs that don't have music. That's just very fascinating to me. It's just because you're getting a new audience as well.
You're getting a new audience. You're not burning up la plazas that everyone else is.
Literally,
In
bro.
plazas, I just mean like los lugares que tocas, you know? Even though it's Denver, but
It's fucking it's está bien saturado, very saturated everywhere, and I can say that confidently because, I mean, for us Norteño Sax,
yeah.
every fucking place that you go to, bro, it's the same groups.
Yeah.
I mean, myself, I was in a group last year, kind of part time. Wasn't really trying to stay there for too long. But we'd play at Rodeo over there in Greeley.
Yeah.
Every fucking Saturday, bro. Every Saturday or every Friday. And it's just like, bro, like, well, for
Yeah,
me,
bro. That's what gets you like tired of certain shit, you know?
you kind of want to give up and shit. Well, I live here in Castle Rock, and it's just trying to go all over there to fucking
That's a
Greeley.
drive.
It's like an hour and a half. Yeah, you kind of drive more than what you play.
Yeah.
But,
Put it all in gas. Shit.
yeah, with the little
Yeah,
$100
no,
that you
it
make.
is far, bro, from here.
You-
Pero te digo, sí aburre like being in the same place even once a week, you know?
do you like going out of, like, if you go out of state, what's your favorite to go to? Chicago, maybe?
I like Chicago, yeah. De hecho, we're going there in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Who are you playing with?
Just a bunch of different places, bro. Club 7 is one of them. I'd have to look at the schedule, but it's like 7 different gigs out there.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, in 1 week? In 1 weekend?
Yeah, in one
A la
weekend.
verga. Doblete after doblete.
Yeah, bro. When we go out of town, like I do like to pack in jale, la neta. Pa
Yeah.
que convenga, you know what I mean? If not, I'll just stay here. And,
Work here.
yeah, pero pues, I mean, you are risking going out, so it's like, fuck it. Let's work the most we can, you know, for the city too to hear you the most.
Well, Chicago has likes a lot of your style too. Like, by your style, I mean like Equipo Reforzado, you know?
Yeah, man.
They have some really good people out there too.
Yeah, all the groups out there are pretty fire, to be honest.
Who y'all playing with over there, you know?
Yeah, we're playing with Grupo Secta, I think Le Mans, Cabros. I think they're all in
On the
one of
little-
our gigs at least. Yeah.
All right, and they're all fucking badass groups. I was talking to the drummer of Cabros, and yeah, he's a cool person. I don't.
Yeah,
I
man,
think they
he's
came
really
to Denver,
chill.
right?
Yeah, they were here Sunday. That's why I went to see them.
How was it?
It was pretty good. I
Oh.
played like across the street at Sky, and then I crossed the street to go to Status.
Where were they playing at? Status?
They were playing at Status. I was playing at Sky Lounge,
Oh shit!
and it's like,
Right there.
yeah, literally like basically across the street.
You who was it? Cabros? Did they play with the Cuates this weekend too? This past weekend?
Yeah, I think they
They
did,
did, huh?
at Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken.
I wonder how that shit got. Cause it's Cuates. I was talking to Sheko too, and he was gonna come.
Yeah,
Just our schedules didn't work. It just didn't align, you know. He had gone out of the airport, and by the time him to come all the way over here,
yeah.
I actually offered to go for him, but it was just it was gonna take too much time. And
It's
we're like,
crazy. It's like not far, bro, but traffic makes things.
traffic
far
is the
out.
one that
It makes it like longer than what it should. But I guess every city's like that.
it's funny, bro, because I talk about traffic in every podcast that we've done. We talk about traffic
Yeah.
because every person that's come, they've had bad traffic, and I was like, fuck. And
It's not terrible though. LA's worse.
bro, I've only been to LA once, and I don't think I ever want to go back again. It's just too
We
much.
just went probably like 2 weeks ago.
How was that?
It's pretty cool. We went to a writing sesh that are, because we're with Adicción Music, but we're also like co-signed to Grand Records, which is like co-signed to Interscope. So they had they rented out a mansion out there and they had the dude from Le Mans, Ramiro, out there. Just a bunch of different writers, bro. We went out there, all our groups from Adicción.
That's dope. And Adicción actually went, like the brothers and stuff. They went.
Yeah,
out
they
too?
go. Whenever we usually go out of state, they'll go.
How does that look like for Reforzado? Whenever y'all go out of state and y'all are staying at a like in Chicago,
Yeah.
you just get a Airbnb, or y'all just chill out there and y'all just like go out around the city. Or y'all mostly like the types that just like chill and.
Yeah, no, I usually get hotels. We get a hotel right by the O'Hare, because we all like going to the outlets out there. So I usually stay out there, because I know Chicago pretty well since I used to.
Live over there, right?
Yeah, back in the day, we were out there a lot. So yeah, no, we just go get some rooms, and we usually try to look to do some videos while out there with groups.
Just doing like some little promoting.
Yeah, or collabs. I think we're gonna collab with Le Mans actually this time we go out there,
That's dope.
which should be pretty cool.
I saw the little video. I think it was it Servando CTL?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was-
How did
it was
that come
nice.
apart? How did that form and shit? That's pretty cool.
From my brain, bro. I'm just kidding. It's like, no, I had the idea of going to record down there. Te digo, and they're really cool about like listening to us and just having the best quality también out there.
And you just hit them up, and then
Yeah, they took care of all that.
that's cool.
Yeah,
They're out
got
in where are they at?
They're in Cervantes en Culiacán,
Sick.
Sinaloa.
Well, did you do you know his story a little bit? Like, what's he about? Like, cause he has had a lot of groups, and he's grown because of all his music videos and stuff.
Yeah, bro. De hecho, he used to be, I think, way more stronger back in the day. That's where like everyone would upload their music.
Oh,
Like everyone, bro. Codiciado. Everyone that came up strong, Nata. Beso was on Servando.
oh, I've never seen that one
Yeah,
right there.
bro.
And then he's just is it his own place where he?
No, so he gives you some options. We had a few venues to pick from. But it is like all his production. It's pretty crazy. He does have a really good production.
Huh. That's crazy, bro. I've never really knew that he did all that shit that in the past. Because the biggest one that I've seen for Servando, I think it was Panther, right? He was there, like not Panther, but Arriesgado, right?
Arriesgado was there. Pero te digo, ever since Codiciado blew up, Codiciado's first song, la de Sáquenle Plumita, was with Servando.
Oh, it was with Servando.
Yeah, I remember that video got crazy views.
I never
It
even
was like
know.
the original.
And then they just Is that when he blew up? You think?
Yeah, well, like he's known for having like the biggest artists. Like it's usually like you go there and then boom, de repente dieron
El chingazo.
yeah, the groups that would go there.
Huh.
But yeah, it is a good exposure. His channel is pretty big.
Any new music coming out with Reforzado?
Yeah, bro. May 2nd.
What's it called?
May 2nd, we're gonna drop an album.
Oh, an album.
Yeah,
That's
a whole
badass.
album.
Just covers or things that you have written?
I think there might be a few covers, but it's mainly ineditas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you ever recorded for anybody else?
Yeah, for sure.
Like besides the group that you've obviously been in?
Yeah, no one big. No one big that I remember. But like a bunch of local groups, yeah, for sure. Solistas, you know.
I would imagine that, they want to hit you up and shit.
Yeah, pretty open to everything, you know.
You
Willing to work if I got the time, you know.
mm-hmm. Put in your schedule and shit.
We'll make it happen.
Do you play anything else besides the drums?
No, bro. I mean, a little bit of quinto and bass. Like I know a few of the pisadas, but así que me ponga machín, nah, bro.
Unless you,
I feel like I never will either, because I just want to get so good at this thing, you know. It's like any other little time that I decide to pick up anything else, it could have been like towards the drumming.
mm-hmm. That's crazy that you want to get even better, bro. Because I already see you as pretty fucking good.
Thank you, man. No, te digo, like everything goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Te digo, you all of a sudden you think that you hit your peak, and it's like, nah, man, you got a whole ass world to discover here, there, you know.
That's crazy. I love your way of thinking, bro. It's just you're never gonna stop growing, and that's how it should be. And yeah, for
That's
you
the
to
plan, man.
yeah, for you to keep learning. What other genre do you like besides corrido? Like, do you like jazz or anything like that? Nah.
Rock, metal.
Yeah, I mean,
No, like I don't, bro. Like straight up, I don't listen to anything. They're like, what do you listen to? I'm like, I listen to like the songs that are currently in our rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's what I listen to, and not with us, like with the original person, you know, whoever it might be. But I feel like that's, the reason why I could get behind a certain song and really kind of fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Porque I listen to it so much, you know, that I know exactly what's coming up next. Si es la voz, o si es el acordeón, o si es el something que va a dar algo que me resalta a mí, I'll probably jump in it too, you know?
Put it in there. And I would imagine, yeah. I would imagine you do play rock or jazz or,
Nothing, bro. Te digo, it's like, I started thinking this way. It's like, if I start listening to that, it'll take away from like what I'm actually playing.
You think so?
And at the end of yes. Yeah. And a lot of people will say like, oh, it'll help you. Like,
yeah.
it'll help you.
I was going to say the same thing. Like maybe it'll give you like some more ideas or something.
I don't know, man. Maybe, pero te digo, there's nothing like really listening just to the song that you're going to play and like,
just getting it out of there.
yeah, just really figuring out the song, just really knowing the song y que sigue. Te digo, and just really putting in the feel of the drum in there.
Who are your inspirations in drums? Anybody that you look up to, or everybody when you were growing up, you're like, oh, that dude's pretty fucking badass, or anything like that?
Growing up, man. Yeah, bro. I used to love Alacranes drummer, you know? Te digo, because I used to play Duranguense, bro. When I was a kid, like, man, it was a crazy time.
Where are you from? Like, or your parents and stuff? Like,
yeah, my mom's de Nayarit, Mexico.
Nayarit?
Yeah, I was born out in California, pero te digo, I moved out here when I was smaller.
Is there a reason why y'all came out to Denver? It's just you have other family here?
Yeah, we had most of our family was here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was just an easy decision, huh, to come out here.
Yeah, a lot of people migrated from Cali here, like around those years.
They still are too, huh? Just because of like all the shit that's happening in California.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You have any family out there?
I think I have some cousins. But yeah, no, mainly everyone lives out here.
Oh, here. Any siblings that you have?
Yeah, I have a little brother.
Does he play any music?
Yeah, he has a bajoloche, which is like acoustic bass, and he plays a guitar too.
You would imagine he'd pick up drums or something, huh? Or it was just kind of like, nah, I just do my own thing.
Yeah, I guess, man. I never told him or pressured him into anything. He just kind of picked that up. I'm like, bet. I got him that like 4 years ago, I think, for his birthday. Bajo acoustic
Loche?
bass, yeah.
And does he play with the group or anything?
Nah, he don't play with the group. Not as of now.
Hopefully soon, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Whatever he likes.
How old is your brother?
He's 18.
Oh, so he can, yeah, he's still.
Yeah, he's young.
I was going to say, he's pretty young. I'm fucking young too. I'm not too far
bro.
up.
Y'all young.
No, man, you're young too. Shit. Like I said, I thought you were my age. I was like,
A lot of people, man, they don't believe me when I tell them how old I am.
what do you do, bro? Any skincare routine? When you're working out, that you do?
Nah, man. That they would just maintain happy, bro.
That's a good one. Maintain happy.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a grouch, you'll for sure get old quick.
Get the wrinkles. And
Wrinkled,
shit.
yeah.
What do you do for anything? Do you do besides like work? You work in anything else?
Nah, bro. As of now, it's just
music?
strictly music. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. So you're basically living off of this shit. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the idea.
Te digo, yeah, you gotta. It takes time, but you can get there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends like what you look out of your project. Pero te digo, back in the day, I could say like I would just play to play, you know, just to pay the bills or to get on by. But it's different now.
Now it's gonna be Mendiola Records.
Let's get it.
Oh man, that's dope. Oh, damn. It's a privilege, man.
Thank
Just
you, man.
Listening
Thank
to
you
your
for having
story,
me, man.
yeah, it's been an honor. Just listening to you, bro. Like I said, I've never really thought about having a podcast. Never really thought about doing anything, and you accepting at first was like that's crazy, because and people when I got you on and I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to one of the guys that helps me, kind of organize this shit. And
Like,
like
this guy agreed.
yeah, like this guy, like dead ass, like this guy fucking said yes. I was like, well, apparently, I was like, I don't know, I guess so. Like, I don't know if he's like, actually, because I've asked some other drummers, right, and they're like on there, like, yeah, like we'll join, or they're kind of hesitant, right, because they don't know, they don't see the project, or what it's coming to. But for you, I don't know if with you, like you said it right away, yes, or I'm not too sure how our conversation went, but
yeah, I think I did right away.
But when you said yeah, I was like, oh fuck, like this, why not?
Heck yeah, man. Te digo, it's got to take the opportunities.
Why did you say yes for Baqueteros, even though we're still kind of small in a way?
I mean, bro, like te digo, I really like when people really like what they do, especially us being drummers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, heck yeah.
And I don't think the scene for drummers is really out there, except for there's this channel that I like, Drumeo.
Yeah.
I think I talked about him a little too much already, but
The white dude?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's they had the same idea in a way, but they do like actual lessons and stuff, and they bring on like rock and roll drummers, all sorts of drummers.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of drummers there that
That
Aaron
like,
Spears, I think, was there.
yeah. Oh, they've had the guy from Michael Jackson. I can't remember his name. I think it was.
I know who you're talking about.
He's
I can't
fucking
remember
the
his name either.
little. He does a little.
Pobrecillo como lo critica. But hey, man, like, shit.
I
I bet you in his prime, te digo, he was locked in. Locked in his
Bro,
neck.
I think-
No por algo lo iba a traer Michael Jackson, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, right? Like fucking. I think they're always gonna get hate no matter what.
But I don't know if he stopped playing, like, after Michael Jackson stopped, after,
Mm-hmm.
That's what came to my head.
Just asking him like what happened, because if I'm not mistaken, I think there was another drummer before Michael Jackson died,
Oh,
and I don't think it was him.
Oh,
But
I didn't know that.
I could be wrong though. I'm not sure.
No, you might be right. And that would make sense, bro, because sometimes they stop touring for years,
Mm-hmm.
where they just pick up maybe better musicians.
And Michael Jackson has had a lot of drummers like record for him that haven't been his drummers too.
I had no idea.
I feel like, and by many, there's probably like 2 or 3, but
Yeah.
there's like there's one song that I really like, and I was like, and there was this badass drum fill in it, and on Apple Music, I'm not sure if you use Apple Music, but you can go to the credits and they can tell you like who played and stuff. Well, I looked at the credits and it wasn't the guy that we're talking about. It was another dude that I'm bad with names, I can't remember, but I looked him up. I was like, oh, it's this white guy. I was like, oh shit! Like he kind of plays like the guy that I just saw like on Drumeo, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, he even has a video. I'll probably put it in here so people know what I'm talking about. He has a video on YouTube that he's actually recording himself play this. It's a very famous Michael Jackson song, and it's just like it's crazy to see too because there's a lot of drummers and musicians that are just strictly studio musicians, you know, and they just record and they don't play gigs or anything like that. And I've seen a lot of, especially in country music, they have these studio musicians and then like touring and gig musicians are different.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's insane, man.
it's interesting, but
It's funny you say that though, because a veces comments will pop up, you know, on my videos. Porque I mean, I express really the way I play, you know. Pero of course, people are gonna too much or just their way of playing, you know. And I think that's the cool thing about me, bro, is that I'll never judge straight up. Like, do what you do, like as long as you like it, shit, that's cool. Porque I'm the same way. Like, I don't like anyone judging what I'm doing because I'm doing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, ahorita que dijiste eso, there's comments that'll say, man, this guy will never be able to record in a studio, or man, he'll never be able to record for a band, or they'll never ask him to play for a group. Like, yeah, bro.
they actually comment that shit on you, bro.
Yeah, but I think it's like more like como güeros, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah, pero le digo a mi carnalillo, like, idiots. Like, bro, I recorded probably like 12 CDs.
Like, bro, come on now. You posted a video, right? It was like too much. Is this too much or something like that, right? It was on the snare.
Yeah, bro, and I don't really care. The only reason I put that is because I know that that'll get like interaction in my videos, you know? I told my little brother, I'm like, bro, I don't care. I'm like, but people will see this and like feel the need to comment. I'm like, that's just better for me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you heard a little bit of the first podcast that we did with Aaron, the drummer from Manuel Reza.
Okay, yeah.
He was also talking about that, like, you know, in the studio, like the American people, or I guess why, I don't know what you would call them, right? Just the people that don't record, you know, our genre.
Yeah.
They have a different way of recording music too, and they're like, they lower a little everything, you know, and they lower everything down. They, you know, everything is just a little quieter in a way and like a little more simple, which simple is nice, you know. Simple can be more in many ways, but their whole thinking of what studio musicians should be is different from what we think, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, maybe it's because of they don't use their musicians for studio, or
sometimes they just use
weird.
straight up producers, like the people working in the studio.
They just get
Most
them.
of them know every single instrument, are really good at it, you know. But the only I've recorded with white people, I think in El Paso. The first album de hecho that I recorded for Atardecer was it was recorded in Sonic Ranch.
I've heard of that place, bro.
Bro, that's the craziest studio you'll ever go to.
I think it was Intocable that recorded there, right?
Intocable, and I forgot who else.
How was that experience, bro? You gotta
It's
tell me.
crazy, man. It's dope.
I've been wanting to go there because I lived in El Paso for a little bit.
It's a whole ass ranch, like a whole ranch. They have so at the time, I think, no me acuerdo qué disquera Atardecer was under. See, I think it was Sony, de hecho. But Sony wanted the CD out like fast, wanted it recorded fast. So these guys will literally just search up like the best studios around. We're in El Paso, te digo, and it's like towards the outsides, and we had no idea. Like, you'll never think that there's a studio there. Acres of like, I forgot what they planted there, some sort of trees, but there's like, it's a big old ranch. You get to stay there. Te tienen señoras que te lavan, te planchan y doblan tu ropa, te hacen desayuno, lonche y cena, like homemade Mexican meals, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. No. Es otro pedo. They're like, what drum set do you want to record with? I remember they had like 4 top-notch drum sets, like the old Ludwigs.
Mm.
There's a few, but the one that caught my eye and the one I used was it's a Babinga Wood DW Collectors, bro, 24 karat. That drum set was like 12 grand, just a set.
It's a fuck.
And we had to fly out our engineer from Chicago out there.
And
we finished that CD like in 4 days.
And you just stay at the Sonic Ranch?
Yeah, we would stay there.
And they just give you food? Or not, obviously not just give you food, but like they
Literally,
cook for you and
yeah,
shit.
they cook for you. Like they'll clean for you, everything, bro. They even did our laundry, folded our clothes, and ironed our crap. Like, damn. When we're done, we're like, oh man, I want to stay here.
Yeah, I've never heard of that shit, bro.
They had four. Well, no. The singer had a 4-wheeler because he lived in El Paso. He took it. We're just mobbing on that. Mientras someone else was recording, you know. It was fun, man.
That's the place right there?
Yep, that is. Look at that mixer.
God, bro. Fucking
The
badass.
A studio. It's because they have a bunch of studios, bro.
So, let me understand a little bit. So it's like, is it like a house in a way, or is it like
como
just
un
a
rancho.
building?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
un rancho with like a bunch of different buildings. Like this one was just a studio, and then like another was the house.
Go to the housing, Brandon, real quick.
Bungalows, bro. They have a gym now. They didn't have a gym back then.
Oh, bro, now you can be fucking fit when you're recording,
It's crazy because it's right by the border too.
bro. Damn. I bet it's
Tortillas hecha a
expensive.
mano, like neta, it was like older Mexican ladies that would do.
They're just.
The food was bomb, bro.
Who's the owner of this place?
I have no idea. Eso sí no sé. But someone that's pretty wealthy, I'm guessing.
Damn, bro. The bungalow. What the fuck is the bungalows, Brandon? Let me go to that. Oh, it's just like the places where you stay.
Yeah.
Was that your room?
Nah, that was not my room.
Sonic Ranch. That's dope, bro. Fucking very aesthetic and like old,
Yeah,
like
and
70s looks like.
Te digo, but it's a really good studio. Like a bunch of artists like that are pretty big. Besides Intocable, have gone there.
Is that probably like that has to be like the best studio you've recorded at?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that anything that can top that.
Nah,
I never heard of
that. That
that
is the
shit.
craziest studio. Yeah, it's crazy. Aparte de todo, te digo, porque es un rancho.
Did you ever go back?
No, that was the only time I recorded there. And it's pricey, bro. Te digo, the only reason we did record there was because Sony, I think, paid out of pocket.
How if you could estimate like how much would that place cost?
I have no idea, bro.
I don't
Because I
even-
know to record an album, it's probably like 7,000 to 10,000. You know? Nah, probably like 20 to 30. I don't know, man. But it's dope. It's super dope.
I mean, for you to get housing, brother.
Yeah, housing. Te digo, ofrecen todo. Eso sí, like when you go record there, you get to use everything. Pero pues si te digo, si han de cobrar a good amount.
Where do I usually record at for Reforzado when I do record?
We used to have our studio, bro, like by Highway 36 and like by Broadway. Pero our lease ended last year y we haven't gotten a studio yet. Pero como por ahorita, hemos estado grabando se llama Manny Resendes.
Is it the guy with the agresivos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Los bateristas de los agresivos. Yeah, bro, he's been in Denver for a minute. De hecho, like my first grabaciones fueron con Manny.
I need to get Manny on here too because the other guy was talking about him too.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody goes to Manny.
He's dope, man. Dope.
And I've
Really
actually
really good quality too.
I've actually went to Manny's. I think it was his house to go take pictures, not record, but take pictures with the group.
Oh,
It
okay.
was last year too, and it was cool. Like I was telling the other guy, yeah, he just has like his place where he takes pictures,
Yeah.
and then he started showing us like stuff that he's done in the past because he edits and like and records music videos too.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
Sick.
oh shit, that's fucking badass. But,
Yeah, bro, Manny's the dude to go here in Denver.
But brother, it was nice having you, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
It was good. It was a good one.
Heck
think-
yeah.
I don't want to take too much of your time because I know you have other stuff going on.
No,
but
you're good, man. Thank you for having me.
yeah, and we'll see you on the next one, brother.
Heck yeah, we'll do it again.